After creating not only 3 home recording spaces, but also an 1,800 square foot professional podcast studio, I've learned one thing. You don't need any of it. Yes, I'm a studio owner saying you don't need my studio. Here's why and how recording on the road has showed me 3 key ingredients I need to curate a recording space that looks beautiful, sounds great, and leverages what's around me instead of requiring me to get more, 5 minutes or less. My original goal when setting up these rooms was to have a space I can easily access to share my thoughts, that makes me feel good, and is quiet from my kids. And as I created these spaces that checked off those boxes, I honestly overcomplicated it. I mistook feel good for more, perfection, and the best, especially when it came to gear. It wasn't until I began recording while traveling that I was forced to strip things back and work with what I had. Don't get me wrong, your environment matters way more than we think. But what I've come to realize really matters in your recording space is a design that feels like you, paired with functionality, of course. A space that's flexible for your ever-evolving creative self, lots of different stories to tell. And at the top of the list is prioritizing the few key elements that matter to you, meaning everyone's blueprint is going to look different. Now, my goal with my space is to have some form of gear that's always at the ready, because the shorter the time between aha and sharing, the more potent and clear my message is. To know the vibe I'm trying to create in my storytelling and the few key elements that produce that. For example, if I'm going for cozy, then a candle, lamp, comfy seat, and mug are on my design list. Versus if I'm going for examples in teaching, I'm more apt to have a window for natural lighting, a clean space and tripod at the ready. And last but not least, I'm focusing on tuning in what's a priority for me right now in my recordings. For example, quiet, clean sound was important to the creations I used to make. But now, because of my mom's schedule, I'll record in a loud coffee shop and let my tech and added music take care of the rest. Because getting the idea out the moment I have it is more important to me right now. Or I used to want a space I could invite others into. And now, if I invested in a dedicated recording space like a backyard studio shed, it would be for a creative oasis for me to retreat. Since I've embodied this, I can now record anywhere. Any space can become a feel-good backdrop with a few key tweaks and pieces of tech. At the end of the day, there are so many different ways to design your space. And if I can give you one piece of advice, it's to keep it fluid and totally you. That's why I created my new course, Curating Your Creative Space, to teach you how I've created luxurious spaces that support the stories I'm telling, no matter where I am or what I have around me. A vibey space that's totally me. My hope is that this video helps you get that ball rolling. It gets you thinking, do I have a space I can record in? If I have one, what do I want it to do for me? Where do I want to go with my creative work? What vibe and elements are key to my creation so my community can feel into my world? And ultimately, what is a priority for my recordings? What isn't right now? Helping you determine if it's time for a redesign or refresh on your creative space, all while helping you cut through the noise of what you should have to tune into what you need instead. Because the truth is, our surroundings are constantly influencing us. Whether we realize it or not, spaces we spend time in are shaping our moods, focus, and even creative flow. Signaling to our brains, this is where we bring ideas to life. When you focus on intentionality over perfection, you create a space that works for you and helps fuel the person you want to grow into, if you let it. If this idea of curating your space in a way that actually works for your creativity resonates with you, I'd love for you to go deeper with me inside my new mini course, Curating Your Creative Space. Inside, I'll take you step by step through the minimal gear you actually need and what pieces you might want to skip, simple ways to design a space that fuels your best ideas, how to pull any recording space together in 5 minutes or less, most likely with the items you already have in your room, plus a special interview with an interior designer on creative design principles. This course was made for creators who feel uninspired by their current space, and multi-passionates like me who are merging their life and creativity into their day-to-day. For minimalists or aspiring minimalists who don't want clutter, unnecessary gear, or an overcomplicated setup. Just the essentials that actually make a difference. For anyone who's wasted money like me on creative tools they don't use. Ultimately, it's for the creatives who want a beautiful and functional space. You can find the link below to join. And if you're not ready yet, I'd love to hear in the comments. What's one small change you can make in your space today to feel more creative?